Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we dive into the fascinating lives of icons who have shaped the entertainment industry. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're exploring the captivating world of Tennessee Williams, one of the most renowned playwrights of the 20th century. With his poetic prose and unflinching portrayals of the human condition, Williams left an indelible mark on American literature. From the sultry streets of New Orleans to the sun-kissed beaches of Key West, Williams's life was a testament to the power of creativity and perseverance. As we delve into the early life of Tennessee Williams, we find ourselves in Columbus, Mississippi, where he was born on March 26, 1911. His father, Cornelius Coffin Williams, was a shoe salesman, and his mother, Edwina Dockin Williams, was a Southern belle with a passion for music and literature. The family's early years were marked by frequent moves, as Cornelius's job took them to various cities across the South. This nomadic lifestyle would later influence Williams' writing, as he often explored themes of displacement and longing. The Williams family eventually settled in St. Louis, Missouri, where Tennessee attended Soldan High School. It was during this period that he developed a passion for writing, often scribbling stories and poems in his notebooks. He was especially drawn to the works of William Shakespeare and the Romantic poets, which would later influence his own writing style. His early writing attempts were encouraged by his mother, who recognized her son's talent and nurtured it from an early age. Tragedy struck in 1929 when Williams's sister Rose underwent a lobotomy, a procedure that was intended to cure her of her mental health issues, but ultimately left her institutionalized for the rest of her life. This event had a profound impact on Tennessee, who felt guilty for not being able to protect his sister. The experience would later find its way into his writing, particularly in The Glass Menagerie, where the character of Laura Wingfield struggles with her own mental health issues. In 1929, Williams enrolled at the University of Missouri, where he studied journalism and began to hone his craft as a writer. However, it was during his time at Washington University in St. Louis, which he attended from 1936 to 1937, that he truly found his voice as a playwright. Under the guidance of his professors, Williams began to explore the world of theater, writing plays that would eventually earn him recognition and acclaim. One of his earliest plays, Candles to the Sun, was produced by the Mummers of St. Louis, a local theater group, in 1936. As we explore the early life of Tennessee Williams, we see the makings of a brilliant playwright shaped by his complex family dynamics, his love of literature, and his experiences navigating the societal shifts of his time. The Great Depression, which was unfolding during Williams's formative years, had a profound impact on his worldview, as he witnessed the devastating effects of poverty and economic hardship on families like his own. The historical context of Williams' early life is also marked by the rise of modernism in American literature. Writers like Ernest Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and William Faulkner were pushing the boundaries of literary expression, experimenting with new styles and themes. This cultural landscape would later influence Williams' own writing, as he sought to capture the complexities and nuances of human experience. In 1944, Williams's play, The Glass Menagerie, premiered at the Playhouse Theater in New York City, marking a pivotal moment in his career. The play was a semi-autobiographical masterpiece, drawing heavily from Williams' own experiences growing up in a dysfunctional family. The story revolves around the Wingfield family, with Amanda, the overbearing mother, Tom, the frustrated son, and Laura, the delicate daughter, struggling to come to terms with their past and find their place in the world. The success of The Glass Menagerie catapulted Williams to fame, and he soon became a leading figure in American theater. His next play, A Streetcar named Desire, would cement his reputation as a bold and innovative voice. Premiering in 1947 at the Ethel Barrymore Theater in New York City, the play tells the story of Blanche Dubois, a faded Southern belle, and her tumultuous relationship with her brother-in-law, Stanley Kowalski. The sultry, jazz-infused world of A Streetcar named Desire was a far cry from the genteel atmosphere of The Glass Menagerie. The play's raw emotional power and its unflinching portrayal of desire, violence, and vulnerability shocked audiences and critics alike. Marlon Brando's iconic performance as Stanley Kowalski set a new standard for acting on stage, and Jessica Tandy's portrayal of Blanche Dubois earned her a Tony Award. Williams's subsequent plays, such as The Rose Tattoo and Camino Real, continued to push the boundaries of American theater. His work was marked by a deep sense of empathy and understanding for his characters, who were often outsiders, misfits, and social outcasts. Williams' writing was also characterized by its poetic prose, rich imagery, and a strong sense of place, which often drew on his own experiences growing up in the South. One of the key factors that contributed to Williams' success was his ability to tap into the cultural zeitgeist of his time. The post-war era was marked by a sense of disillusionment and social upheaval, and Williams's plays captured the mood of a nation struggling to come to terms with its own identity. His work also reflected the changing attitudes towards sexuality, gender, and race, which were becoming increasingly prominent in American society. As we explore the remarkable achievements of Tennessee Williams, it's clear that his success was not solely due to his talent as a writer. He was also a masterful self-promoter who understood the importance of networking and building relationships within the literary and theatrical communities. Williams' friendships with other notable writers, such as Truman Capote and Gore Vidal, helped to establish him as a leading figure in American letters. Despite his success, Williams's personal life was marked by struggles with addiction, depression, and self-doubt. His relationship with his partner, Frank Merlo, was a source of comfort and inspiration, but it was also fraught with tension and conflict. Williams's later years were marked by a decline in his physical and mental health, and he died on February 25, 1983, at the age of 71. From the debut of The Glass Menagerie to the sultry, jazz-infused world of A Streetcar named Desire, Williams left an indelible mark on American literature, one that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. In the 1950s and 1960s, Williams' personal life became increasingly tumultuous. He struggled with addiction to prescription medications, particularly barbiturates, which he had been taking to manage his anxiety and insomnia. His relationship with his partner, Frank Merlo, was also fraught with tension and conflict, and the two eventually separated in 1963. Despite these challenges, Williams continued to write, producing plays like The Night of the Iguana and The Milk Train Doesn't Stop Here Anymore. One of the most significant factors that contributed to Williams's struggles during this period was his declining physical and mental health. He suffered from a range of ailments, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and depression, which made it difficult for him to maintain his creative output. Additionally, the literary landscape was changing, and Williams's style, which had once been so innovative and groundbreaking, was beginning to seem outdated. Despite these challenges, Williams remained committed to his craft, and he continued to produce new work throughout the 1960s and 1970s. His play, The Two-Character Play, premiered in 1967, and it marked a significant departure from his earlier work, exploring themes of identity, reality, and the blurring of boundaries between self and other. Williams also became increasingly interested in poetry during this period, and he published several collections of verse, including Androgyne, Mon Amour, and In the Winter of Cities. As Williams's health continued to decline, he became more reclusive, rarely leaving his home in Key West, Florida. He died on February 25, 1983, at the age of 71, due to complications from a broken neck, which he suffered after falling in his bathroom. The official cause of death was asphyxiation, caused by choking on a bottle cap. In the years following Williams' death, his reputation has only continued to grow. His plays remain widely performed and studied, and his influence can be seen in the work of countless other writers and artists. As the playwright Edward Albee once said, Tennessee Williams is the most important American playwright of the 20th century. Williams's legacy extends far beyond the stage, however, and his work continues to captivate audiences with its raw emotional power, its unflinching portrayal of the human condition, and its profound insight into the complexities of the human heart. As we conclude our journey through the life and career of Tennessee Williams, it's clear that he was a complex and multifaceted individual, driven by his passion for writing and his determination to succeed. Despite the many challenges he faced, Williams left an indelible mark on American literature, one that continues to inspire and captivate audiences to this day. As Williams himself once said, "We are all sentenced to solitary confinement inside our own skins." It's a profound observation, one that gets to the heart of the human condition, and it's a testament to Williams's enduring legacy as one of the most important American writers of the 20th century. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life and career of Tennessee Williams. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold, reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.